this meeting. So you have to know that your beautiful faces, they are going to be on recording, okay? Just a one noticed. Okay, those of you new who are joining now, guys, remember to mute yourself, okay? Because during the presentation, I'm not going to be able to do this. All right, guys. So Poland is based in the very central Europe, is based in the heart of Europe. And it's hello guys, everyone who's joining, mute yourself please.
Can you please mute yourselves? Can you please mute yourselves?
Participants.
Justina, I think you just set everybody on automatic.
Okay, we are muting everyone. Oh, thanks God. Right, now off to go. Guys, so Poland is based in the very heart of Europe, and Poland, first of all, is a European Union member country. This is very important for all students who are coming to Poland. Why? Because it's giving the students a guarantee that, first of all, this is a quality of education, European Union quality of education. But on the other hand side, as all of you know, this is giving them as well affordable education. Poland is based in the Central Europe, which is simply offering a quality but affordable education for students. Definitely another thing that I have to mention in this place when it comes to Poland is that Poland is offering, as one of few countries within the European Union, an unlimited possibility for students to work. So once you are getting a student visa to Poland, you have a full access to a labor market. It's not limited, okay? But of course, you have to remember that your purpose of coming and your purpose of getting a visa and coming to Lazarski are studies, and in your free time, you can use it for building up your career and doing internship or doing some kind of a part-time job or full-time job. All depends on you. And about jobs, I'm going to tell you a little bit more later on. As well, when it comes to Poland, I would love to tell you that it's simply a nice place to live. Why? Few most important answer to this question that parents are asking. First of all, this is a safe country, okay? So it doesn't matter, parents are going to decide that their son or their daughter will come and study in Poland. This is top safe country within the European Union. You might ask me now questions about racism. Does racism exist in Poland? I will tell you the thing that racism exists everywhere. Doesn't matter where you go. It might be in US, and might be in Africa, it might be in India, it might be in China. So wherever there are uneducated people, intolerant people, you will meet racism, but I will be very honest with you. We have maybe one case like this once a year. Okay, that our student faced any kind of a racial issue, yeah? Maybe because of his culture, maybe because of color of skin, or maybe because of his religion, one time a year. So it's very, very rare, because Poland now is a very multicultural country, and you have lots of foreigners living in Poland. And in Warsaw, your students will be able to meet other students from around the world, really. But about this, we will talk later on as well. Another thing amazing about Poland, I have to add, is that Poland simply had a booming economy until now. Why? Simply many international companies, they were opening their offices, their branches in Poland, because it's a European Union country, but still is cheaper than other European Union countries. Taxation is less. So all these international companies, while they are starting working in Poland, they are opening as well the work opportunities. The most important thing to mention here is that these international companies, they don't care what is your nationality. The most important thing for them is that you speak good English, maybe some other language, and you have a good professional skills, okay? So there were, and I hope there will be, after the coronavirus crisis, still many places available, really good places for work for international students. As well, another thing that I have to mention is that Poland is offering to students really comfortable and good standard of living. What I mean that accommodation is comfortable, clean, warm. is not far away, that our public transportation system actually is amazing, really. Those of you who ever visited or maybe have a look on YouTube, if you never visited Europe or you never visited Poland, that our public transportation system is winning every year in Europe prizes. It's cheap, it's always on time, and it's really quick for you to get from one side to the other of a city. As well, I have to say that simply we're a clean country. So you have a fresh air here, you have lots of greenery, you have many parks. So all of this is making a life of a student here a really comfortable place. And as well, last thing that I have to say is the food, because I know that so many students, and especially parents and mamas in Africa, are concerned about the student meals. Don't worry, you are able to buy any kind of a food in our country. And Polish people and actually Nigerians, they have something in common, because people here tend to eat lots of meat and they love it. So if you are a meat lover, definitely you will find the meals for you. We have all fruits, all vegetables, everything available. As well, guys, we have more and more international supermarkets opening. So I'm sure you will be able even to buy original products from your country in Poland. One more thing as an introduction. So university is based in the capital city. Capital city of Poland is Warsaw. And a few things that I have to say about our city. Our city definitely is a business heart of our country. So I believe it's simply the best city for every student to start with, because this city is giving you the best and the biggest choice of good universities, the best and the biggest choice of work opportunities. And as well, simply, it's a city where we have the biggest number of international people coming to live, work, study, okay? By the statistics, last year we had 70,000 international students coming to study in Poland. And every year, actually, this number is growing. In Poland, definitely you will be able to meet 100 different nationalities. So don't worry that your students will not feel themselves lonely. They will not feel themselves that they are the only Nigerians in the city. We have many African students coming from absolutely different African countries to Warsaw. Another thing that I wanted to mention about Warsaw and about your student is that your students with the student visa are able to freely travel within the European Union zone. So we have very affordable flights between Poland and other European Union countries. It will be a matter of $20, $30, maybe $40 back and forth for your students to visit Germany, to visit Spain, or to visit France, or maybe other European Union country. So I really believe it is making a life in Poland and in Warsaw really a nice thing. Guys, of course, those of you who never visited Poland, I'm really recommending you in this place. Please go into the YouTube and simply have a look how Poland look like. Have a look at the videos of how Warsaw and the life here look like, because definitely it is simply completely different life, and it looks different than your own country. And why as well I'm saying it, not without the reason. Remember that once when you were applying for a visa and you are going for the visa interview, for a visa meeting, you might be asked questions not only related to your person, but as well why you're choosing Poland, why you are choosing this city, why you are choosing this university. What do you know about Poland, about Warsaw? What do you know about culture and weather in Poland, okay? So really, it is really, really important. You will do a little bit of this research. It's nothing difficult. It's so easy to Google these videos, okay? So introduction is done for all of you who are in a hurry and have limited time. Let's start some information about Lazarski. Why the name Lazarski? Okay, it doesn't sound like nothing similar to you. Simply, Lazarski is a surname of a professor who established the university 30 years ago. And for your kind information, this is one of the oldest private universities in our country. Simply, 30 years ago, Poland became a democratic republic, and then the private universities were able to be opened. So we have a really good tradition. We have 32,000 graduates behind us, and many of them, these are graduates who are foreigners. We are one of the first universities who started accepting foreigners to study with us. Currently, we have 5,000 students studying with us. So we are seen as a middle-sized university in our country. For Africans, 5,000 sounds small, but for our population, 5,000 sounds like good number of students. But the most important figure I want you to remember now is that almost half of these are international students. We have very high number of international students, and currently we have 51 different nationalities studying with us. So the number of international, the percentage of internationalization in our camp, in our university is really amazing. It means that your students will not feel themselves like they are studying in a Polish university. They will really be able to feel that they are studying an international institution. They will be able to meet students from around the world. When it comes to Africa, I just want to give you some figures so you can have an imagination. What are the African nationalities studying with us? Definitely Nigeria is number one. Then we have students from Ghana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, South Africa, from Congo, from Guinea, from Egypt, from Morocco, from Algeria, so and many, many more, Senegal, Kenya. So we have students from all these countries. Some of them, they are bigger groups, some of them, they are smaller. But despite of that, you can meet the students from South America, North America, European Union, Middle East, Asia. So mainly from every part of the world. Just to give you as well information, students studying in our English-speaking programs, only 15% of them, they are Polish citizens. The rest are international students. So it's really, really nice for your students. They will really be able to feel this international spirit. Now, quality. I want to talk about quality. Guys, Poland is becoming more and more popular for international students from different countries. But what I want to tell you now is that Poland actually is offering quality education, but you have to find this quality partner for yourself, quality university and quality program for yourself. In a country of a 38 million population, we have 425 different universities. That's quite a big number. In this big number, students, candidates, parents can simply feel lost, okay? Which one of them to choose, okay? And I will tell you in this place that it's not easy, but there is few things you can check before applying for the university. Definitely the first thing is a ranking, okay? Our national ranking in our country is called Perspektywy. You can see the name here on the plate, okay? On the red plate is Perspektywy. It means perspectives. It's easy to find it online, to Google it online. The website is available in English. You can easily find the list of private and governmental universities. And here I want to tell you, Lazarski is a top three private universities in our country. That's really high in the ranking. And I want to tell you that this ranking is built out of hard work of our students and success of our students. So they good grades, they attendance, they projects, the scholarships they are winning, grants they are receiving, exchange programs they are taking part into, and the career they are making after graduation. All of this is putting Lazarski in the third place in our country. So Lazarski definitely is offering to you a meaningful degree, a quality education within affordable prices. But I will be as well very honest in this place, guys. If you are not interested in serious studies, if you are not interested in working hard for your diploma, don't think of Lazarski. Because Lazarski really is a university for those who are ready to work hard. Remember, guys, nothing that is quality is coming without an effort, okay? Another thing that is showing the quality of the university definitely are international partnership. So our main partner is a Coventry University in UK. This is a very well known and very highly ranked university. Coventry University is in top 1,000 best universities in the world and top 13 university in UK, and it's our partnering university. We offer a dual awarded program together with Coventry University, where students who simply cannot afford to study in UK, they can graduate the British and Polish program at the same time on our campus within much lower prices than in UK. I will tell you a little bit more details about this program. And the last thing that I want to tell you, we live in the era of a social media when everyone is able to use an internet, and you are able to check and communicate with a person from any part of the world. Guys, in this place, I want to advise you, as a third check of the quality of a university, the best thing to do is simply to check references about this institution, references. We have nothing to hide. If you go into Facebook and you will try to find a group, Nigerians in Poland, Nigerians in Warsaw, or African students in Poland, and you will ask the students that you are thinking about Lazarski, what did they heard about this university? Or if you will go into our Facebook, we have a group for international students there, and simply if you decide to ask our own students the real reference and the real feeling about the university, I'm sure they will definitely tell you, wow, it's so hard, so many projects, so many hard exams. And this is going to be true, but really this is showing only the quality. So another thing that I want to tell you now is the profile of the university. Lazarski University profile is business and law. 30 years ago, we were established as a school of business and law, and until now, this is our main profile. So the courses students can choose are economics, finance and accounting, and management. Those three, I would say, are related to business sciences and to mathematics. Then we have courses like international relations, courses blended with law and international relations and law and business management. And these courses are a little bit more humanistic, I would say, related to diplomacy and to politics. The prices you can see here, the prices are less than 4,000 euro per year. So these are really, really affordable prices. Double degree programs, dual awarded programs. This is what I want to tell you a little bit more about. These programs definitely are for students who are looking for a challenging quality program. It's a little bit more challenging, I would say, than our single degree programs, because at the same time, within 3 years of bachelor or 2 years of master, you will do a British part of a program and a Polish part of a program. And as you can see, the prices of those programs, just to give you an idea, to do a business economics course or international relations course in Coventry, you would have to pay something like £16,000 per year. And to study in Lazarski, around 4,000 euro per year. Just now to answer your questions, this program that you do in Lazarski on our campus is not anyhow different than the one that you will do in Coventry. It's exactly the same program. The thing is that it's blended with Polish, okay, with Polish system of education. The certificate you will receive at the end, you will receive separately British and Polish. So the certificate you will get from Coventry is exactly the same one you would obtain in UK. The only difference is it's even printed out in UK. The sending is by courier post. The only difference is that it's written there that this and that person graduated MSA program in business economics, on the bachelor level on campus in Warsaw, not on campus in Coventry. That's the only difference. The rest and the quality is exactly the same. So guys, if you are ambitious, if you always were dreaming of getting a British degree, but simply you cannot afford to do it, then please, we invite you to do these programs in Warsaw, in Lazarski University. And we have a business economic program here and international relations. Guys, again, business studies always, and especially business economics, are related to mathematics and to sciences. So you need to be good in sciences and in mathematics to apply. To apply for international relations, you need to be good in history and humanistic sciences, in languages, psychology, diplomacy, okay? Just to briefly tell you now, if you would like to have a look at the syllabus and what kind of subjects you will go through during your studies, it's nothing easier than simply go into our website. And if you will go into each specialization, you will simply choose it. You will scroll down in the middle of the page. You will be able to download a full study program there, okay? It's good to prepare yourself now, do one research, and have a look what are the subjects there. Now, the last program that I want to mention here is the new program that we offer from the last year, and it's a very exclusive program because we accept a very small group of students to study there. This is our aviation course, aviation law course and professional pilot license. This is a bachelor course, so it lasts 3 years, and during this time you have preparation of theory that allows you to work in the field of aviation, but as well you have practice and you are gaining a practical skills of simply flying, so you can become a pilot. This program is 12,000 euro per semester, and as I said, is 3-year program. Admission to this program look a little bit different. You will have to ask later on for more details. Guys, I will tell you a little bit more about admission at the end, and I can see that you were asking questions on the chat, but as we agreed, I'm going to answer to all your questions at the end, so please be a little bit patient now. I'm not ignoring your question, I'm simply going to answer them a little bit later on, okay? Now guys, very important thing I have to mention about the language, and I know it sounds funny for you, because in Nigeria, English is a second language. It's actually a first language. It's a first language. All the students, they graduate school with a medium of instruction in English, but just in case, if you are listening to this presentation from other African country, maybe your English is not so good. Remember, English is a basis of our university demands toward you. And you will have to pass either our Skype exam, okay, to prove that your English is on the B2 level, or you will have to provide us with international language certificate. And I'm sorry to say, it is as well an information for Nigerians. So dear candidates, dear parents, even though you speak English perfectly, I know this, but by the simply regulations of our country, we need to confirm that your English is at the upper intermediate level. You don't have to spend any additional money. You, as I said, you can go through our Skype examination. It's free of charge. You will not pay any additional fee for this. Simply, you will have to sign in with our admission team, and teacher is going to have a Skype with you for 20, 30 minutes, talking about subjects related to studies or non-related to studies, maybe related to politics, maybe to weather, maybe to your hobby, but simply he needs to give us certificate confirming that he checked the quality of your English, right? Guys, as I told in the beginning, I'm working from my living room, from my house, so I'm not able to show you the campus on the back of my person, but nothing easier. Again, I'm inviting you to go into our channel on YouTube. We have a sightseeing video there on our campus. So even before coming, you'll be able to see our campus, check how it looks like. The most important information for you is we have an amazing online library. So you can go and pick a book on the campus, but as well, same book, you can pick it online. So even now, when our students are studying online, they have the same access to our virtual library and science materials. On our campus, we have restaurants, coffee shops, gym for students, store with the food is 1 minute walk from our camp. Big shopping mall is 5 minutes walk. Our university is based 10 minutes away from the city center by the tube, by the metro. So really is a perfect location. It's just a living area, very close to accommodation for students. So I would love to say that simply it's a perfect place for students, really perfect. You don't even have to leave the camp to find everything that you need and anything that is needed for your life. We have medical help on the camp, and we have all the staff of the university there, who most of them, they are international members of a staff. Not all of them, they are Polish. I would say many of them, they are foreigners themselves, who will be able to help you. And here I want to mention few, okay? We have a student help desk. We have students, graduates, professors, team members working there for you to help you open your bank account, buy your phone in Poland, book your holidays if you need it, help you with your health insurance, help you with any questions you might have. We have as well our own lawyer. So those of you who are thinking to apply for the residence permit in Poland, guys, we have a lawyer applying for the residence permit for you free of charge. You don't have to pay anything additional for that. We have these services for you, so don't worry. We have admission team there for you to help you at any time, dean offices to answer any academic questions you might have, career office, sports section offices, and so on and so on. So really, we are well prepared at every step to help you. Guys, another important thing that we have to discuss now is accommodation. Remember that Warsaw is a capital city. There is many accommodation options for the students. There is many dormitories and as well apartments for rent for students. But here I have to mention, they are all definitely heated, they are all clean, they are all warm, they are all comfortable for students. There are as well different budgets because the accommodation might cost you from, okay? Have this figure in your head. $150, $180 per month. It will be the cheapest accommodation for you. In this price, you will get a room like here on the photo, okay? So double room, twin room, yeah? Where 2 boys or 2 girls will share the room. Of course, you will have separate beds, yeah? But it will be 1 room for 2 of you. And in dormitory, you are going to have a kitchen separately and bathroom separately for some students to share it. If you go into our website, you have a space, you have this part of a website where it says only about accommodation. Please have a look there about description, photos, prices. You'll be able to find everything. Here, very important thing, guys. Don't wait until the last moment because many students are coming to Warsaw. As I told you in the beginning, this is the biggest city in Poland and this is the biggest academic city. So if you're going to wait with booking your accommodation into the last moment, the most economic accommodation option will be already gone, okay? So the more expensive option, maybe for $200, $250, $400 will be on the market, or maybe all of them, they will be booked and you will have to rent an apartment, but don't worry. We have as well accommodation team helping with rental of an apartment if you want to share it with your friend or with your boyfriend, girlfriend, with anyone, okay? We will help you with that too. What is the price of rental of an apartment in Poland? 2-bedroom apartment will be something like $400 to $500 per month, okay? Guys, now, one of the most important part of the presentation that most of you have the biggest number of questions. And this is career opportunities in Poland. Here I want to tell you that Lazarski University is a business and practical university. What does it mean? It means that we are not only putting a theory into a student's head, but we are as well putting a practice. From the second year of a study, all students have an obligation to do an internship related to their field of studies. How university is helping? You can see here in the presentation logos of companies that simply we cooperate with. These are big corporations, big international corporations, that they are, most of them operating in English, and they are looking for employees simply speaking English and maybe some other language. German, French, Portuguese, Russian, and many others. It's not difficult for international students to get a job there because we help you, you get into the internship. If you show your quality, if you are coming on time, if you are doing a good job, if you have the set of skills that they demand from you, by the statistics, 80% of our students are getting a permanent work opportunities in these companies, okay? But now, guys, I want to make it clear for you. Once you get a student visa to Poland, once you decided to study in Lazarski, the main aim of your coming to Poland and coming to Lazarski are your studies. And here, beloved parents, remember, you are investing, education is your investment into your daughter and into your son's future. Please don't put too much pressure into your son or into your daughter to start working like this from the day one. Don't do this, please, because first year is very difficult for such a young person. Everything is new, culture is new, climate is new, food is new, people are new, education system might be a little bit new. So really, don't pressure your kids to start working right away. We will help your kid or your child, your young son or your young daughter to find a work opportunity, but we would say that stay focused on your studies during the first year. It's very important that your son or your daughter will have a good grades during the first year. We'll simply have a strong basis. And then from the second year, anyway, they will do an internships. Internships in our country are paid. And now, let's talk about money. How much student can earn in our country? So, by the government requirements and by the government law, company have to pay a minimum wage every month of $450, okay? For the full-time job, you cannot earn less than that. But remember, your child will start on the beginning working not full-time, but part-time. Because first classes, then after classes work, okay? So I will say, I will give you a real figure. If someone is telling you something else, don't believe. These people lie to you, okay? Your kid will be able to earn something like $200 to $300 American every month working part-time. Is enough to pay accommodation and it's enough to pay for food, okay? So, and then from the third year of studies, you have less subjects at the university and more free time, more days off, okay? So not only Saturday and Sunday, but maybe Monday and Friday, maybe Tuesday and Thursday, okay? So you will have more time as well to develop your career. Our career and internship department at the campus are dedicating their job only to find a job opportunities for our students and our graduates. By the statistics, 80% of our graduates before graduation, they already have a full-time job. The rest are finding a job within 3 months after graduation. Now, I want to give you an information. Many of you definitely will ask about this. After graduation in Poland, you have 15 months of stay back. 15 months, yeah? So a little bit more than 1 year. So just in case, if you didn't find the job during your studies. Maybe you were not serious about it, maybe you didn't wanted it, maybe you just wanted to focus on your study. You have 15 months after graduation where you will have your legal status in Poland and you have a time to find your job, okay? But again, I want to emphasize this, guys, that you need to have 80% attendance at the class. It's really, really important because your parents paid for it, and you parents, you paid for it, okay? You invested this money into education, so your kid have to come to class, okay? If a university doesn't care what is happening with your child, doesn't care if you're attending the classes, believe me, it is not a good institution, okay? Right, after classes, what is happening after class? Don't worry, your child will not be bored because we take care as well after the after classes activities. So you will be able to choose sport activities, academic activities, and cultural activities. We do sightseeing together with students. You can go to gym, to swimming, to horse riding. You can take part in organization of Africa Day, of different kind of celebration, of charity work. You can dance if you want to. We have our own dancing group for cheerleaders, so only for girls, sorry boys, no dancing for boys, it's dancing for girls. We have our own music bands, so many things that you can take part into. You will definitely not be bored, okay? And last thing I want to tell you, one of the last things that I want to tell you, so those of you who are in a hurry, don't worry now, we are finishing in 10 minutes, I'm finishing my presentation, and there will be a time for me to answer your questions. So, exchange programs, exchange possibilities for your children and for you, dear candidates. So there are two options. For those of you who will decide to do a worded program with Coventry, we have a special Coventry exchange program. Those students who study there, they might do a 1 semester exchange in UK without paying any additional charges. But there is one but here. Because we cover the cost of your tuition, the difference in the cost in tuition, we choose as well the best students, okay? So best students who study at this dual awarded course, they have a possibility to do a 1 semester exchange in UK, and you will be as well offered a grant. So you do not have to be worried about your food and accommodation fees that are higher in UK. Then, the second exchange program offer for everyone who study is Erasmus Plus exchange program. This is European Union exchange program. I'm sure those of you who are thinking of studies in Europe, you already heard about this program. How this program works, to give you a brief idea. So you study in Poland, you study in Lazarski. Let's say you study a management course, and you would love to take part in exchange and go to Germany. You come into our Erasmus exchange office, you fill in the form that you are interested in studying in Germany. You are receiving 3-4 options of our partnering universities in Germany. You are choosing one of these universities, and you are able to do their 1 or 2 semester exchange. You are not losing anything. You are not losing time. It's not making your studies longer. No, you are studying exactly same management course that you would study in our university. Simply your grades are transferred from that university to our university. You are not paying anything as well for this exchange. More of that, you are getting a grant from European Union every month between 300 to 500 euro, depends on the country you will choose in the European Union. These money are simply so you could cover different in living cost and food costs in the other European Union country. This is amazing opportunity to get to know other colleagues of yours, to make friends, to get to know other teaching methods, to get to know other countries, yeah? Because remember, guys, world is small. Okay, you never know. Maybe you will decide after your studies to stay and work in Poland, or maybe you will decide to go to Germany, maybe Spain, maybe China, maybe US, maybe some other country, right? So it's really good to get to know other places. But I have to mention at the end of this that for Erasmus exchange program, who is eligible? Eligible are students who have good English and have good grades. That's why I told you, first year, you're doing a push for studies because later on it's opening many opportunities for you. Now, the last information, the very last information I want to give you is admission. And admission is not difficult. And you have a beautiful lady here from MB Edu-Consultants. They will be able to help you with admission. So you don't have to be worried about the paperwork, translations, visas, and so on, because actually this is their job to do this, okay? They organize this meeting actually for you. So I could give you information about our university. When you have an admission questions, you can contact them. But I want to tell you two things. The most important things, okay? Because paperwork is not the most important. Paperwork is something you can do later on. But the two things, first thing is in English, okay? Nigerians have it. First thing is guaranteed, okay? But guys, as I said earlier, you have to go through our Skype interview. You don't pay anything for this, but we need to have this confirmation of your language level. That's one. And number two is your academics, okay? So your GPA from the last degree, from high school or from your bachelor studies in Nigeria. The GPA need to be 60% and more, 60 and more. Simply, we want to have good students studying with us. Guys, if you are 50% GPA, 55, sorry, no. And I'm not saying this because I'm mean. I'm saying this, guys, because it will be too hard for you to study. Impossible. Because if you are not serious there to study, you will not be serious to study with us. Okay? And guys, last thing, before you come, really prepare yourself and choose your course wisely. What I mean, lovely parents, I want to tell you now, don't push your kids to do economics if they hate maths, if they hate counting, if they were poor in maths. Don't push them for this. Sometimes parents, they have this, you know, they do it because they love their children. Yes, they care for them. Yes. And they believe that, oh, if my son or my daughter will do economics, they will work in bank, they will be rich. Wow, wow, wow. But parents, if you will push your child to do economics or the course the child doesn't want to do this, believe me, it will be pain for them. And at the end of the day, they will not enjoy their life and work. So to choose properly the course, again, MB Edu-Consultants, a beautiful lady here, she will be able a little bit to guide you to choose a correct course for you. Just in case if you have any doubts, okay? I already mentioned, read online about what the course will be based on. What are the job opportunities for you, yeah? Some of you love accounting and maybe love working with Excel file, but some of you would prefer to work with people, with human, maybe in customer service, okay? These two people will have a completely different choice. So before you choose correctly, okay? Guys, that's the time to answer your questions. So I'm just closing the sharing of this presentation. And now I'm going to read questions from the chat that I got from you. And then when I will read them and I will answer to all of them, guys, I will unmute you. So still you will be able to answer. Sorry, I have, or maybe you can raise up your hands here. I can see that one gentleman is having a hand up here. So I can unmute you. Maybe you can ask your question now if you want to live. Can I unmute you? No, you are muted yourself. I cannot unmute you. Mr. Shahid. Can I unmute you? Yes, no, I cannot. Oh,
Hello.
yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good
Hi,
day.
hi. You ask a
Hi,
question.
well done. Yes, please. Is there any age limitation for this? And
That's a good question. That's a very good question. The age gap. And now, guys, whatever I'm saying, I'm not saying it because I'm cruel, okay? I'm not saying it because I want to be laughing at anyone. But theoretically, by the university regulations, you can be even 96 and you can apply for the university. Because, you know, human can learn every age, okay? Every age. But I will be here very, very, very honest with you guys. If you have a big gap between your last education and your studies now, I'm sorry to say, sir, if you are married and you have a wife and kids, if you will go to consulate, they will reject your visa. I will not reject you.
wow.
I may accept you because I don't care about these things. I care about your academics, yeah? But I give you 99% possibility they will reject your visa. Because, sir, let's be logic, okay? Logical. Put yourself into the consul, okay? Working in the consulate shoes. He is giving you a student visa, okay? And he's opening your passport, and in the passport he can see you have a wife, or maybe you have even 2 or 3 kids, okay? And he's thinking, his husband, his father, he needs to give a time to family. He needs to earn money for the family and take care of them. And he's going to be 5,000 kilometers away in Poland, and his family is going to be in Nigeria, okay? How you can connect these things? You can't, unfortunately, okay? So that's why I would say the age gap, that will be fine. It will be still fine for visa, is around up to 5 years, okay? And if you have more, but maybe you don't have kids, maybe you were so focused into your career, okay? You may prepare as well an essay. I'm giving you a hint now. You may prepare an essay that due to my career, I was focusing on my career. Maybe I was doing international career and I was working hard, but now my company wants to give me a new position. But for this, I have to develop, I need to do some kind of additional diploma, yeah? If you will be able to write a nice essay that will simply give a reason to a consul to give you visa, even if you have a little bit bigger gap. There were students that were getting a visa, but again, logic, okay? So if you are 50 or if you are 40 and you have 3 kids and a wife, I would say chances are very small for visa. I'm saying this, sir, because I want to save your time. I want to save your money, okay? Do you have another question?
I'm good. Very well.
Hello, Justina.
Yeah.
Sorry, regarding that, we are not the consulate. We don't guarantee visas. But in time past, we've had people, especially for master students, that married with children and they still get their visas. But at the same time, we put a disclaimer, we are not the consulate and we don't guarantee visas.
And guys, I want to say,
based on the angle where she's coming from,
exactly,
that's how we handle such areas.
Right, you said such a right thing, because remember, guys, MB Edu-Consultants, they are not consulate, and I'm not a consulate too. We can give you a hints. We can tell you how to prepare yourself. We can prepare your documentation. But at the end of the day, it's a personal decision of a consulate, okay? Who is going to get a visa or not. But we can give an information that some of you have bigger chance or less chance. And yes, if we talk about master studies, and you might be a little bit older, you might get a bigger age gap. But what I'm saying, I'm not saying is impossible, okay, that you will not get a visa. I'm saying realistically, it might be more difficult for you. So have this in your head so you will not feel deceived, because no one here, neither me or this beautiful lady, are here to deceive you, okay? We will give you an accurate information. So, sir, thank you very much. I'm muting you now, all right?
No problem, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, Boski. So a lady here, I'm unmuting you, Boski. and I'm saying, and I'm pronouncing this name, I mean, correctly.
Hello.
Hello, hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very
All right,
fine. I'm so happy to be with all of you here.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question concerning the program for the pilots. Because I see that it's a 2-in-1 course, because it has aviation law and also pilot's license. Can the students just do one, or it is compulsory you must do the two together?
They have to do it together because this is a 1 degree. So at the same time, they are doing theory and practice. So at the same time, same day, for example, from the morning from 9 to 1, they are having a geography class, law in aviation class, or maybe management in aviation class. And then they are taking our university car and they are traveling to airport. And in the afternoon, they are having mechanical class, or how engine are built, or how the weather influence the aircraft, or something else. So you cannot do this separately. It's a 1 degree. Sorry to tell you if it's disappointing you. But on the other hand side, we wanted to give a student.
And then it is
yeah.
Is 12,000 euro
Per semester.
semester,
Per semester.
or
Yeah.
section?
Yeah, it's per semester, and it's three years. So you have 6 semesters, and please read on our website, because the last year per semester it will be 13,000, not 12. So it's 12,000. So it's 24,000 first year, 24,000 second year, and 26,000 last year. Why? Because in the last year you were passing as well the licenses. Okay. And everything is included in this program. Remember, guys, every one of you who is thinking of aviation, some schools are doing tricky, you know? They show online that they cost 3,000 euro. But how on earth aviation course can be 3,000 euro? It can't be, okay? So simply, they are not showing you, they are showing you only theory part price. They don't show you the practical. So our price is 24, 24, and 26, because it's all inclusive price, okay? We do not deceive you, right?
All right, thank you.
Here, Boski, I have to add one more thing. Aviation course is exclusive in this sense that we accept small number of people there, but as well admission look different. We will have a different demands for aviation course, guys, because we will demand a health certificate, okay? So you have to be, mainly, you have to have a certain height, you need to have a good sight, good hearing, you need to be healthy. Despite of that, you have to pass a mathematics exam, geography exam, and the national English exam to join this course, okay? So the admission is a little bit different, but you know, the pilot job itself is like a mission, okay? It's like a doctor, it's a special kind of a job, right? So thank you, Boski, for asking. I'm lowering down your hand, I'm muting you, and now I'm reading your questions from the chat, and I hope that it will, oh my God, so many questions. Wow, thank you for that. I will not feel bored, definitely. So I'm reading these questions and I'm going to answer them. I'm Academai from Nigeria, and I'm not enjoying the Sami due to bad network here. I will not mind a private chat later on my WhatsApp. Oh, okay. Private number. Sir, if you are still here and you have a bad connection, you had a bad connection, MB Edu-Consultants, they will be contacting you, and they are actually the one who will be happy to answer to you. Sweetie, can you simply please write down the phone number of this gentleman and call him back? And simply you will get back to him. It will be better if someone local is going to do this. So it was not actually a question, sorry, we are going further. Yeah, and we are recording this, remember, as I told you on the beginning. So the recording will be available later on. So if you haven't heard something because of the connection issue or any other issue, don't worry about this. You will be able to get this later on. Okay, what is the scholarship opportunities and criteria? All right, so guys, for this, please go into our website. There is a section called discounts, but there are two main things I want to mention here, two main scholarship criteria I want to say. First of them, this is a scholarship you can apply for even before arrival. This is our competition scholarship for international students who have to make a video. They have to make, you know, Instagram video of themselves showing, making an introduction. What is making them special? What is making them so unique that we should give them a scholarship? I'm just giving you ideas here. We had a student who is singing beautifully and playing guitar, and simply he made a video at how he's singing and playing and how he loves music, and he got a scholarship based on that. We had a girl whose hobby was to dance. She was a dancer, and she made a video about her dancing classes, how she enjoys dancing. Another idea, we had a student making a social work, okay? Feeding hungry people and feeding animals, homeless animals, okay? And she made a video about how it is making her feel once she's helping to others, okay? Because remember, guys, your grade, your English is not everything. As well, it's important who you are, okay? So what kind of a heart do you have? What kind of character you have? What additional you do, okay? And you can make a video, you can fill in the form online, you can send this video to us, okay? And we will choose 3 students from all these, and we will give them a 20, 30, and 50% discount on their tuition, okay? So actually it's worth to fight for it. Then the second scholarship I want to mention here is a scholarship already after arrival. That's why I as well said, study well in the first year, because all students who had a good grades, simply high GPA in the first grade, in the first year, they are able to apply for the scholarship simply by the results of the grades. Maximum grade in Poland is 5. So maximum GPA you can get is 5. To be considered for this scholarship, your grade have to be 4.3 and up, okay? And the higher your GPA is, then higher scholarship you are getting. Now the second question. Does one require a block account? If yes, how much? I think you meant not a block account, but by bank account. So when you were applying, yeah?
Hello, Justina.
Yeah.
The block account is something that is required by the German embassy for students. But in the
there's a block amount on the,
yes, yes.
I would never, okay.
For Polish study visa, we don't need that. And as at October last year, there was a change in the requirements for their visas and application for students. So we don't even need your statement of account. There's a way that there are documents that is needed for that. So when we get to that stage, we'll let you know the documents that is required for visa.
Exactly.
For study visa.
Exactly, guys. But as well, I want to make a one remark to this, and I want to add to this. Although there is no amount that you have to be blocked on your account, and although there is no official financial requirement, I have to tell you this, that it would be better, and it is making your application stronger for embassy, if your parents or your sponsor, okay, it doesn't matter who is this person can cover cost of your studies and can cover the cost of your accommodation. So please as well, don't think that you can do this for €1. Okay, you can't do this for €1. You have to be ready that it will cost you. We talked about tuition fees around €4,000 per year, yeah? And I would say accommodation and food fees every year will be €4,000 to €5,000 every year. So parents and your candidates, this is the amount per year you need to have in your head, okay? So don't as well expect that with €1 in your pocket, you will come and everything will somehow be sorted out, okay? A little bit money is needed too, although it's not demanded, yeah? To have this block amount. Another question, I know the admission might be much easier. How easy is the visa process? And here I would like to tell you, it's not difficult if you have good academics, you have good English, with the help of MB Edu-Consults, you prepared your files properly. They as well prepared you well for the visa interview, that you can answer the questions wisely at the visa interview. And if you have this little finance for studies, it should not be rejection, okay? There is other thing I would say might be a little bit more difficult, is to get a slot, okay? Because guys, let's be honest, Nigeria is a big country. It's #1 migration country in Africa. The biggest number of candidates going for studies abroad is Nigeria, okay? So it will not be one student applying for Polish visa, okay? There will be 100,000 applying for student visa. So getting this slot might be a little bit more difficult. But once if you are prepared well, okay, you are a bright person, you will get a visa. From all of our students, I will tell you honestly, last year in Nigeria, we had 85% visa success, okay? So it's a very high, and actually MB Edu Consultants had even better visa success ratio overall. So guys, don't feel worried about this. If your backside is prepared, then we will help you with rest, all right? Then another question that I have here. So what is the average tuition cost at Lazarski? I think you've seen that in the presentation already. I would say average cost is something around €4,000, yeah? A little bit less than 4,000 or up to €4,000 per year, okay? Tuition fees, unless we are talking about flying, so pilot license, and then it is a little bit more expensive, yeah? Okay. When is the application period for Polish universities, for Polish schools? So guys, it's now, don't wait longer, okay? We opened our admission already in April, and we are closing our admission with the end of August, okay? So actually there is no time to wait for. As I said earlier, for example, there are limits for number of accommodation for you, simply. So if you wait long, you might get late for the economic accommodation. And as well here, I want to add something. As well in our university, there is a limit for the number of places, for example, at dual awarded course with Coventry University. So if you will wait too long, okay, with application, you might not get your seat at the university. So guys, it's now, okay? After this presentation, if you are really thinking of Lazarski, if you have any doubts else, ask MB Edu Consultants for any answers, but don't wait too long, okay? I know African students love waiting longer, okay? But it's not a time to wait. Right, the other question, what are the available scholarships? We already talked about this. What is the percentage of getting a student visa after the admission granted? This already we answered too. Do you have an MSA in agriculture? Thank you so much. No, my dear, we do not have the agriculture studies, because simply we are a business and law school, and this is for the environmental studies. There is a very good university, governmental university, SGH, in our country, in Warsaw. They offer agriculture studies as the only university. It's a governmental university. So you will have to actually ask MB Edu Consultants to get your admission there to this university.
Okay. Justina,
yeah,
sorry, please, I would like you at this point to let them know about the Polish laws that is not mandatory a graduate of an economics to just continue with an economics. That's the interchanging, that's switching from one course to the other.
Perfect that you mentioned this, because I haven't seen the question yet about this. But guys, in the whole Europe, not only in Poland, but we have this European education system. It means that if you studied economics on your bachelor, you can do journalism on your master, or you can do international relations, or opposite. If you are making history studies on a bachelor, but it's not your piece of cake, you can do, for example, international relations or business or management for your master studies. Okay, so these things as well are not connected. That's very nice that you mentioned it. Thank you a lot. Do you have a master programs? Yes, we do. So the courses that I was showing you earlier on the plates are either bachelor or master level. Okay, I'm reading another question. Is the exchange program open to master students? And if yes, what countries other than Germany, or can one do the transfer? Okay, so exchange program, Erasmus exchange program is available for bachelor and master students, and it's available for all the European Union countries. So I gave Germany just an example, okay? It can be Spain, it can be France, it can be Italy. Choose any of the European membership country, okay, to do this exchange. But now I have to be very honest with you. But if you are a master student and you want to do an Erasmus exchange program, some of the students, they don't do it. I will tell you why. Because master studies are, first of all, for adults, for professionals, okay? For those who already have some kind of career as well, and very often these people simply don't have a time to do exchange program. So it is possible, it is available, but sometimes students, they don't do it because simply it's harder for them, it's more intensive. Okay, any age limitation, please? We already answered this question. For me, you can be 100 years old, but for the consulate, maybe not 100 years old. Okay, and the education gap here is important. I'm reading another question. If someone has less than 60% in a previous BSc and wants to get another admission, is the person still going to be qualified? Okay, if your high school grades were better and you want to apply for bachelor in our university on the basis of a GPA from your high school degrees, and it's more than 60, I will accept you. But if you have less than 60% on your bachelor in Africa and you want to apply for master course, I will not consider you. I will tell you honestly. Why? I'm not mean. I'm simply honest with you. It will be too hard for you, okay? Do you pay the school fees every semester or yearly? That's a very wise question. So actually, our university demand is that you pay minimum 1 semester fee. But my advice for you, for all students from Africa, is to pay 1 year tuition fee on the beginning. Simply, if you pay the 1 year tuition fee, you will be given a longer visa, because consulate is going to give you as long visa as you paid. So in the invitation letter that I'm providing to you, I'm stating how much you paid. If you paid for 1 semester or if you paid for 1 year. If you paid for 1 semester, consulate will give you only 1 semester visa. If you paid for 1 year studies, consulate will give you a 1 year visa. So my strong advice for you, okay, is to pay for 1 year tuition fees. Okay, I'm reading another questions. Please send number to me. No, I will not send you my number because we have a professional consultant here, and this lady will be happy to send her number to you. I think she's married too, so remember, only questions about education comes. Okay, this was a joke, by the way. Guys, another question. Do you accept PGD for MSA course? I also have an MBA and I'm already 41 years old. Can I get admission to MSA? So can you help me? What does it mean, PGD? Or the owner of this question.
Hello?
Yeah.
A PGD is a postgraduate diploma. That's okay.
Oh, all right.
If the bachelor's is not, or the CGPA it's not okay, so it's like a remedy for the
No.
bachelor's.
Yeah,
it's to
not.
upgrade the bachelor's.
Yeah, it's not. So you need to have a full bachelor graduation, okay? Bachelor full level graduation in your country to get an admission to MSA. So PGD will not be accepted.
No. Sorry, Justina, the bachelor's would have been done. The person would have a bachelor's degree, then do an extra like a year or 18 months postgraduate diploma. So there's an existing bachelor's degree. Then there's the other type of people that do that again is, we have the OND and the HND. That's like a polytechnic, a college here in Nigeria.
Okay, so this is just like an upgrade of your app. Okay.
Yes.
So then I don't mind. I mean, I don't care. The most important thing is that this person has the bachelor, and if you did additional studies, that's beautiful from your side. You can do definitely an MSA in our university, but now coming to your age, if you are 41 and you are a professional and you are able to prepare some kind of an essay confirming your career and that you need this degree for your career upgrade, I think as it was said earlier, maybe there is a chance for you that you might get this visa, okay? Now, as for me, you can be 41, I will be happy to accept you. But remember here as well, I have to make it clear for you. If you come to our classes, even for master students, most of them are between 23 to 27 years old. So as well, make sure you understand you might be at the age of a professor more than at the age of our students. But if it doesn't disturb you, it doesn't disturb to us too, okay? Okay, the question about the GPA, again, I already responded it. 60%, what does it mean? It means that doesn't matter what is the grade system in your country. In Poland, it's from 1 to 5. In Nigeria, what is the grade system? From 1 to 6, yeah? Simply.
We have from 1 to 5.
So it's the same. So
yes,
I would tell you. So you simply count 60% of this, yeah? So it will be what? 3.5, yeah? 3.5.
No, a 3.0.
I would be more picky, but yeah.
Now a 3.0, we have other institutions that does 3.0 for us. So please do that for our students.
Right. I will think about it. Okay, another question then. Okay, another question, guys. If one is using a high school certificate with 11 years gap, would the person still be considered? I think we discussed this issue quite thoroughly already, and we answered to this question. I hope you got your answer. I have BSc in chemistry, did banking job for a couple of years, did PGD, I know what is it now, in financial management. What is my chances of getting MSA in business economics? As we already talked earlier, it's not a problem for you. You can connect it. We don't mind if you did the chemistry studies on bachelor and you want to do something else here. So please, if you are able to give a reason for your age gap and for your education gap to the consulate, no problem, yeah? Will you accept MBA qualifications for MSA? You need to help me now, because MBA in our country is something else than in Nigeria, most probably. MBA, I mean, Polish MBA is not seen as a full studies, is seen something like PGD, okay? So with Polish type of MBA, I would not be able to accept this person. Does MBA in Nigeria mean like a full financial studies, business studies?
MBA is actually taken after a degree. So it's a master's in business administration.
Okay, but it has like a full right of master studies, yeah?
Yes, yes.
So in this case, yes. If this is seen as a full master degree and you had MBA, you can apply for MSA in our university. Please feel welcome. Okay, okay, so the same person asking another question I'm reading. Because you mentioned that if a person get less than 60% in BSc, but did better in high school, then you can consider them, won't be gap a problem? Again, yes and no. Yes and no. It might be a problem if you are not able to justify, let's say, your gap. And no, because at the end of the day, you might get this visa, okay? So it's yes and no. But at this place, I would love to say, I think it's gentleman. Is Gozika and gentleman or a lady? Gozika, if you are a gentleman, I need to tell you, think of it very well, okay? Because what I told you is, I didn't tell you that we are mean and that's why we don't accept people with 60% and less. It's not because we are mean and we don't want people with 60% and less. No, we don't accept people with 60% and less because we know that it is hard for them or almost impossible later on to pass the courses. Education system in Poland is a little bit different than in Africa. And believe me, we have this experience already. For example, and especially this I'm saying to business studies. Many students from Africa, they have a problem with mathematics, with finances, and with economic studies in our university. Why? Because simply at your school, maybe you have a little bit less studies, maybe in some schools at a different level, maybe you didn't do some topics, okay? So believe me, it is challenging to study here. So look, guy, if you are highly motivated, if you really decided that you want to really come and study, although your GPA, your earlier GPA was not so high, okay? Come, try. But I'm telling you right away, it will demand lots of motivation from your side. I'm saying this because I don't want to have a situation that you will come, you had a less than 60, you didn't handle it, and after first semester, you have to withdraw from the university because you failed all the courses, okay? Or maybe you have to do receipts on all courses again. So I'm telling you very honestly now, okay, fine, apply, try, but it is a challenge for you. And I'm not saying it's impossible. Prove me that you can study great later on. I'm not saying it's not impossible. I've seen motivated people who came with a little bit lower GPA, but they wanted to prove themselves. They were working hard, and actually at the end, they were better than others, okay? So I'm not saying it's not possible, okay? Question: if you have an MBA and another Master in International Affairs with over 10-year working experience, can you consider me for PhD? I would love to. It sounds amazing. I would love to, but PhDs in our universities are in Polish only. We do not offer a PhDs in English. And I will tell you, there is a very, very good governmental universities, because mainly PhDs are at the governmental universities in Polish, okay? This is the university that MB Edu-Consultants, they might check for you, okay? SGH is top business governmental university. They have PhD courses in English, but it is not easy to get there, guys. It's a very, very difficult. They simply have 1,000 applicants every year and they only choose 100 people. So they choose top best people. You have to pay for your PhD. Remember, it's not free of charge, okay? So I'm giving this as an option for you. In my university, I would love to consider you for PhD, but I can't, okay? So guys, I can see this is, we reached the end of the chat, the end of the questions. And now it's a last moment. If you have any questions, you can raise up your hand as a last moment here, and then I can unmute you and you can ask it. If there will be no more questions, because we covered everything. As I said, guys, we recorded it. So you can ask later on MB Edu-Consultants to send this recording for you. Maybe they will put it into their social media and you will be able to watch it. And as well, remember, okay, Jabo is with us, this beautiful lady here. She's responsible actually for Poland. She is a Poland manager. She's very well trained. She actually has all knowledge in her hands, okay, to make your application successful, okay? So just in case when I'm gone, because I was with you only for 1 hour, this beautiful lady can answer all your questions and give you actually all the advices, right? So guys, I can't see any hands up. It means that we reached the, are you waving to me? Meteorite, I'm sorry, I thought this is the name. Meteorite, are you waving to me or you're asking question? Because in my country, this means I'm asking question. Oh, it's a question. I'm sorry, I'm unmuting this gentleman. I'm trying to unmute you, I can't. You need to unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Good afternoon or good evening, whatever you prefer.
All right. It's evening over here, so good afternoon.
How are you?
All right. I'm just curious to ask two questions. First, for programs that taught in English language, would it be mandatory to learn Polish?
That's an amazing question, sir. I would love to tell you it's an amazing question. And here I have to be so super honest with you. I mean, for Nigerians, Polish is like super hard, okay? And for us, because in Nigeria, you have 200 or more languages, 256, if I'm not wrong, okay? So our language, all languages that my Nigerian students speak into, they sound for me crazy, like something from the other planet. So definitely our languages are so much different, but studies in our university are fully in English. Our people here, so our nation, from the last 20 years back, schooling system is such that they were studying English from the kindergarten. So I would say everyone around age of 37, 35 and less, they will be able to speak English easily. In the public transportation and in the supermarkets, you have everything in Polish and in English, okay? So if you come to a big city, like Warsaw, capital, or other big city, you will be easily able to communicate in English and survive without even knowing one word in Polish, okay? But I will be very honest with you. If you go into deep village, deep village, and if you, my grandma lives in a village, okay? 120 kilometers away from the city. And she is 65 plus, okay? She never in her life heard any English word. If you try to ask her for the way, she will be panicked, okay? She will not help you, she doesn't know how, okay? But if you ask any young person, and if you keep to the cities, believe me, it will not be a problem. But logic says, if you decide to live in a country or stay for longer, okay, 3 years, 5 years, it is always wise to learn a little bit of language. Why? Because it will be easier for you to make friends. Because let's be honest, it is lovely, okay? It is hard melting. If someone will say hi into your own language, you know, everyone is excited. Wow, this person speaks my language, okay? Or if you decide to stay for longer, it will be easier for you because maybe you will be able to make friends. Maybe you will be able to find, I don't know, girlfriend or wife in Poland, and her grandparents will not speak English, okay? Or maybe some of your colleagues at work, they will not understand English, okay? So it will be nice for you to speak Polish, and this is one additional asset, but it's not a must. We are not pushing you for you, you don't have to, okay? It's an option. And the second question.
Yeah, the second question, what happens after 15 months? Suppose I find it interesting to stay back, you know, what happens after that?
So the key to answer to this question is to answer to get the reason why the people have stay back. So graduates of Polish universities who are foreigners, they are getting a stay back, not without the reason, okay? Not for 15 months to do shopping and stay in bed, okay? Or discover only Poland. No, they're getting 15 months stay back because during this time, it's a 15-month time for them to find an employment, to find a job, okay? And as I said, by the statistics, our students mainly don't need it, because by the statistics, they already have some kind of a job, they found it. But as I said, there are 20% of students who are finding this job after graduation. So this 15-month time for you is to simply find your work. And then when you're finding an employment, already your company, the company that is employing you, they are by the law responsible for getting a permit, residence permit, based on work contract for you in Poland. And now, let's assume you were very unlucky or very lazy or very untalented and you didn't get a work opportunity during 15 months, okay? I'm not saying this is your case. I'm just, this is theory, yeah? Let's say that they are students like this, okay? I would think this is 1% or less of students. From our students, I never heard. None of our students were not able to find a job, okay? Then I would say this is bad luck for you, because after this 15-month time, you need to have some kind of legal reason, okay, to stay in Poland. So then either you sign up for another studies, because maybe it was too short for you, okay, and you do another studies to get a legal permit, or simply you are coming back to your country and you are trying to get a job in your own country. But I will tell you, now, honestly, guys, Poland, because it's a smaller environment, is a smaller population. We have 38 million people only, okay? For Nigeria, it's only. For us, it's a lot. But for Nigeria, sizes is small. So this is good for you. I will tell you why. Because it's less competition, okay? In Nigeria, every month, you have what? 500,000 people graduating schools and trying to find a job, or maybe more, maybe million, or maybe 1.5 million people, okay? So the competition is so big. I would tell you, sir, if you were not able to get a job in Poland, where the competition is small, maybe there is 5 people to every workplace, or maybe 10 people to workplace. And in Nigeria, you have 100,000 people to one workplace. And if you were not able to get the work in Poland, for the God's sake, I would pray how you can get the job in Nigeria back then, okay? So I would tell you, it as well depends on your luck. Sometimes it's, God luck, okay? That you were in the right place, you met a right person that said, hey, bro, come to my job. They are looking for someone, okay? Sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's the connections, okay? Because your Nigerian brother has already some kind of a job, or your friend from Zimbabwe is opening his own business and he's inviting you, okay? Sometimes you just went for the job interview and they like you, okay? And they took you in, all right? Or sometimes, if you are very stubborn, very unqualified, or very lazy, or something else, you can't find a job. But for the God's sake, then no one is going to help you. If your parents didn't help you by investing in education, okay, then we will definitely not be able to help you too. I hope I answered your question.
Well, you did. Thank you.
Right. It is a little bit of joke, but at the end, it's a true, okay? It's just a way of telling the bitter truth. But honestly, guys, I have to tell you something very honestly. Once you will reach here, you understand Polish people mentality is a little bit different. Definitely, it's different than Africans. We have many things in common, definitely. We like eating with family, okay? We like keeping together, in the group friends, okay? And spending time together, going out together. Definitely, we love eating, okay? You will see this here too. And definitely as well, we are very family oriented. I would say that this is making us different than Germans. This is making definitely us different than British people, okay? Polish people are very family oriented. We have bigger families, okay? We have cousins, brothers, sisters, okay? Not so big like in Nigeria, okay? I have only 4 cousins. I know in Nigeria you will have 40 cousins, okay? But still, it's very important for us, every weekend you go to parents, you go to meet your family. When you make a wedding, it's a big wedding, fat wedding, all the aunties coming, all cousins, all grandparents, friends, everyone coming, okay? So there are some things making us like similar, but so there are some things making us different. I would tell you, for example, things that African students, Nigerian students, they need to get ready for, definitely is that you have to come on time, okay? Here, if you will be late for class, it is lack of respect. A professor will feel offended. Simply, it's our culture. I know that for Africans, time flows different, you know. It's because of the sun. It's because you are not getting in a hurry, because you will reach there one day or the other, okay? Here is a little bit different, okay? Now, I don't know if it's good or bad, okay? Definitely we are more stressed, and because we are in a rush, we are in a hurry, because in our culture, once you have to be somewhere at 4 o'clock, you have to be there at 4 o'clock, okay? Or better 5 to 4. If you come 4:15, it means that you don't respect this person, okay? It's a jokish way of saying this, but every time I'm reminding our students to it, because I'm organizing, you know, this introduction meeting for every student, for all the students when they come. The first week is orientation meeting. So I'm doing this kind of orientation for them. Guys, I don't know how in Africa, but in Poland, if you invite a girl for a coffee, for a date, okay? Or if you invite a girl to the cinema, and you said to the girl, oh, let's invite, we will meet at 5 o'clock next to the cinema, or we will meet at 5 o'clock in a restaurant. Believe me, girl is going to be there at 5 o'clock. But if you got late and she had to wait for you for more than 10 minutes, believe me, this is over of this date. This is a last date for you. Really, the girl will get up and she will say, you don't respect me because you didn't leave on time, you didn't leave early from home, or you didn't take shower early. There is no good reason. The only good reason at that time would be that I had an accident. But if you lie, this is bad too, okay? So guys, this is a difference, definitely, I would say. But where I'm heading, mentality is different, and I will tell you what is making Nigerian students strong on the work market. Definitely, they are clever, okay? They are very business oriented, okay? They have, you know, this sense, okay, of finding some kind of a niche, what they could do, where they could work, okay? So they would develop the business. I would tell you on the opposite to Polish people. Polish people are very, how to say this? They are very simple, okay? They are like, they want to have a job from 9 to 5, and they are not so oriented to find something new, to find a niche. So really, guys, I'm thinking that really international students have loads of possibilities, okay, to do things in Poland. But again, I have to say that everything comes with hard work. And here there were many professionals during these presentations. You are a little bit changing every now and then, but I have to tell you that if you are already working in finance, if you already did an MBA, if you already worked for 4, 5, 10 or more years, you know very well that these things didn't come like this. These things come with the years and your hard work. So I'm saying, guys, there is many opportunities for you, but you need to work hard. And what I'm giving to you is, I'm not me personally, but Lazarski University is giving to you a possibility to get a good qualification, good certificate, good diploma that has a meaning on the market, and we will help you to get smoothly, I would say, into your career. Okay, this is what I can promise from our side, but from your side, definitely, I will demand a hard work on your studies, okay? And if you think that you come to Lazarski only for migration, I'm going to kill you once you come here. I swear. You know, I'm having my eyes on all the students, okay? So really, if you're looking for migration purpose, don't even look at my face because I will remember you, believe me. Okay?
Okay.
Right,
so
guys?
Justine, I would like to thank you at this point.
Yeah,
I would like to say thank you for your time. Somebody asked, are most Polish people like you, full of jokes and easy to understand? I think you need to answer that.
Do you know more people? Do you know more Polish people? I think that at work, maybe they're a little bit official because this is the way that our culture goes. But guys, once you get friends with Polish people, as I told you, we like making boundaries with others. Once we are friends like brothers and sisters with you. And I think Polish people are very warm and kind people. Of course, we have assholes in our country too, guys. And believe me, there's many professors, many staff members here who will be same joyful, they will be jokey and nice to you. But if you once get into the conflict with me, I'm not so jokish anymore. If you not come to classes, or if you don't pass your exams, or if you do something wrong and you make me angry, then I can be nasty too, believe me. Right.
Okay.
So feel invited. Thank you for this amazing presentation. Thank you everyone who actually dedicated all this time, because it took a little bit, oh my God, much more than 1 hour actually.
Yes, yes.
So thank you a lot.
Yes, we want to thank you at this time, and really we appreciate your time. We appreciate your resources, and thank you everybody that is at the webinar. I think we are beginning to lose out some people, maybe because of the network. I would like to say that we all, because we are from different platforms, if we have any question, please try to meet with the head of the platform you're coming in from, and they will get across to me. So thank you. Stay tuned on your different platforms, and we are bringing up so many other institutions, but I believe this particular presentation from Poland would have changed a lot of people's orientation, because really selling Poland has not been easy based on the mindsets a lot of people have had. And this is just an opportunity for us all to hear live and direct from the mouth of a Polish. Things have changed. Even in Nigeria, we have racism. We have religious racism. We have ethnic racism. So there's nowhere racism is not existing. So I would just say, thank you all for your time. Thank you for your resources. Stay tuned on the different platforms you're coming from. We'll be having some webinars next week. And this particular webinar will be shared on the different platforms as soon as we get it from Justina. And we'll call it a day at this time. Stay tuned and watch out for more. At least next week, we should be having 2 webinars. And one of the major webinars we'll be having next week is that of our immigration consultant concerning Canada. I would, at this point, like to oblige everyone to be there so you can ask all your questions and stop falling victims of scams.
Oh, such a nice kids here.
Let's stop falling victims of scams. So we'll be bringing our licensed Canadian immigration consultant next week. We'll let you know when that will be. And we'll be having one of our schools also next week. We'll let you know.